Yo, what to do, 2K fans? This your boy JuKIng the Boss, and Monday it was confirmed that Giannis Antetokounmpo, first international born cover athlete for NBA 2K19. But just last night, more news dropped that he would be joined by Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons will be on the Australian edition cover, and that's pretty cool. You know, it's a very international vibe we got going on with the with basketball games covers in total. You know, Joel Embiid being on live, and then you got his teammate Ben Simmons being on the Australian version of NBA 2K, so the Australian edition of NBA 2K19, and then you have the regular edition cover athlete worldwide, which will end up being Giannis Antetokounmpo. And these things are pretty cool, but it also begs the question: are they trying to tell us something more? You know, are they trying to let us know what we can expect in this year's installment? So when I looked at the numbers, you look at it and say that now Australia sits at number 3 when it comes down to the basketball popularity in that region, and they sit at the number 3 spot. And they're just above Canada at the number 4 spot, which could change at any given time, especially because Canada has a chance of, you know, taking the Eastern Conference this year, which would really do big wonders, you know, in that part of the world. So, you know, when you look at Greece, they're tied at the number 12 spot with 16% fan interest. But we got a lot of international leagues that occur. Like basketball, as big as it is in the US, it's also done in other countries. It's done different ways, and people have fun with it. So what could happen to international superstars on the cover of these games respectively mean? Could that mean we might see a growing interest of having us play overseas? Could we see the return of the EuroLeague in a major way? Could we see them infuse it with MyCareer? Currently, right now, the NBA 2K League operates using a blended format between NBA seasons and EuroLeague season format. Okay, and as a way to appeal, and that's a way to appeal to both domestic and international crowd. But with the very international cover, could we finally get a MyCareer where we play a season or two overseas as we develop before stepping into the NBA? They will know my name, they will know your name. Does that just apply to Giannis on the cover, or will that also apply to your MyCareer player? These little things we look at and we try to break apart and see exactly what they mean. And like I said, now this kind of got me a little excited. It's got me a little enticed. I can't wait for the first piece of news for his gameplay changes and things like that to happen. There's another topic to talk about, and we will get to that in a separate video. But right now, I just want to highlight that we got 2 cover athletes for 2 versions of the game, and a third one if you include the Legendary Edition, which has LeBron James on it. So we have 2 very international superstars, and then we have a superstar who is known internationally. So that is kind of really telling as to what we can expect. And I want to know what you think down in the comments below. You know, let me know whether you think this is just a way for NBA 2K or 2K Sports to appeal and get more international coverage, get more international fans, or do you think, like the NBA, this is 2K's way of trying to expand into those markets by including those markets in the game? I mean, there's so many leagues, so many different ways so many different variations of the way the game of basketball is played, and you know, just because we play it one way over here doesn't mean it's played the same way across the water. You know, the rules are similar, but there are also little structural differences and things like that. So I would love to see if this means that we're going to see them include this into 2K19. If we're going to see our MyCareer play overseas, play in the EuroLeague, if we're going to see them travel the world in an instance, or could that mean that we could probably get in some international parks? Could that mean that when it comes down to the neighborhood, it's not just a simplistic version of the current neighborhood, but a more advanced version of neighborhoods? I've always thought that NBA 2K's next step for the neighborhood to bring back the multi-directional parks, the different types of parks, instead of just having one park, was to go with region-based parks. So what if they take that idea and go to the next level? You know, let me know down in the comments below whether or not you think that this cover is telling what we can expect in 2K, or do you just think, like I said, it's 2K's way of trying to grow in more directions than little? Let me know down in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. I'm out. Peace.